All right, Collector 007 here, and here's a topic that I seem to see everywhere lately, whether in gun magazines or all these online gun magazines and guns and ammo, etc., etc. And it's always, is the revolver making a comeback? And my answer is I never thought it actually went away. Maybe I'm old or whatever, or I am old, but, for me, I've carried revolvers since I'm 12. So revolvers have been in my life forever. To me, they're just timeless guns. They're classics. They got a lot of pros and cons to them. And in my opinion, mostly pros. And in the real world, I think they make perfect sense. So, for instance, if you look at statistics, most people, first of all, are never involved in any type of a gunfight whatsoever, self-defense fight or anything, even if they're a concealed carrier for decades. Very rarely have they had to use the gun. Sometimes just merely showing the gun is enough to get you out of a problem. So that's number one. Number two is very rarely, if you are involved in an actual gunfight, do you need to fire more than 5 shots. So, a lot of people, they carry, their 15-round magazine in their guns, and they have 2 extra magazines on the side, so they're walking around with, 45 rounds, which, let's be honest, it's not needed. And, take it from a guy who has a lot of semi-automatic pistols, well over 100. And I always go back to the revolver. So most of my semis I bought, I wish I didn't buy them, to be honest with you. It's good to have a dozen or so, but more than that, really not necessary. But I was just going through it, and I was thinking, first off, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, number one. So, but I thought, revolvers to me are so much more attractive than, let's say, this. This is a Glock 26, which I never carry anymore. But great gun, but a great gun. But it's a plastic brick, basically. There's nothing attractive about it. It's a fantastic gun, like I said. It has its place. But comparing that to these beauties that you see, before you, there's just night and day difference. It's almost like the same thing with knives. This is one of my favorite knives. This is an Almar knife with the bone handle. Absolutely gorgeous. You compare that to this modern rubber OTF type of knife right there. Night and day, in my opinion. So again, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but this is not an attractive knife. It's a good knife, but this is a knife that's beautiful. So since most of the time all we do is look at our guns and knives, you may as well have something that looks good. So just a quick run through of a couple that I grabbed, and I have dozens and dozens of revolvers, but this first one is a real oldie. This is a Harrington and Richards. This is a 38 Smith & Wesson, which is pretty rare. It's a breaktop gun. So to load it, you crack open the top and you throw in the 5 rounds and you're good to go. The next one is one of my oldest guns. This is a New England Firearms 22 long rifle. This carries 9 rounds, which in my opinion, way more than needed, but wonderful gun. I've had wonderful memories with this gun over the years. Very, very beautiful gun. This one is an old, lovely gun that I love. It's a Smith & Wesson 32 long. Fantastic little revolver, fits in your pocket in a small holster. Very, very easy to carry. Beautiful walnut grips. You can't go wrong. Next one, absolute classic. I carried it a lot. Smith & Wesson Model 10, also with walnut grips and that black finish. Absolutely stunning gun. 5 rounds. How could you go wrong with that? Gorgeous gun. Traditional hammer on there with the firing pin exposed. Beautiful, beautiful gun. You really don't need more. And the last one of the most modern ones, even though it's a little bit older, a Ruger LCR 38 Special. Not quite as attractive as the others, but 5 rounds, lightweight, I forget, 12 ounces or something like that, easy to carry, easy to throw in your pocket. If you're a girl, you throw it in your purse or whatever, easy to carry, and that's it. The benefit of these guns, very simple. They're easy to control. They're easy to carry. There's no checking required, like doing press checks on a semi-automatic, like do I have a round in the chamber or not? You load these up, they're ready to go. Maintenance is pretty much zero. Dust them off once in a while, and they last forever. So, in my opinion, people who ask me this question, which I do get a lot, should I get a revolver? The answer is yes. Are they making a comeback? Maybe. Again, I don't think they ever went away, and that's it. So just taking a look at a couple of things and answering, some questions. I do get a lot of questions on this channel, and believe me, I'm no expert. I'm just a guy who buys a lot of stuff, and that's that. So that's it. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Take care.